time of day again. Hello everyone, welcome back to the videos. It's wonderful to have you guys here again as always. Today in this video, a lot has changed since you guys last seen the car. So the engine is back in the car. Yeah, can't see it very well, but I got the engine put back in the car. I've got an old 4L60 bolted to it with a lump of wood to try and get it in the right spot. I got my flex plate bolted to it, which was a real pain in the ass. I had one of the ARP flex plate bolts break off in the back of the crank, which then turned into a nightmare trying to get it back out. And long story short, I had to drill and tap the crank out to a 10mm bolt in that particular hole. So yeah, that was pretty painful. But I don't know if you've seen on the Facebook page, but I've been busy working on the crossover pipe for it. It has been quite the project and or job. This thing has kicked my ass. I've had to redo both of these pipes multiple times in multiple different sections. For example, I had this piece just coming straight over, but this idler pulley was too close. The belt almost touched it, so I had to bend it around more and kick it around that belt, which is the reason for this whoop-de-wop mess. But it gave it a few mil clearance to the belt, which I'm pretty happy with. And it's dirty. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Yesterday I came in here and I fully welded all of it. So today I'm going to take it off. I'll refit it back to the car. I might get my die grinder down in here and just port where the pipe meets this turbo flange a little bit. But yeah, apart from that, I got to trim these studs down ever so slightly, fit all four of them to it. And yeah, my job for today is, as you can see, there's no placement for wastegates on it yet, so that's my job today. I got to try and get wastegate placement marked and at least tacked on. It shouldn't take me too long to do it. I should be able to bang it out this afternoon, get the wastegates tacked on there, and then I can get a bit of high heat paint, give this a coating of paint. I was looking into getting the exhaust system ceramic coated, but with recent events with this transmission eating up all my money, I now don't have any funds for the exhaust coating on these manifolds. So these have been just high heat painted once before, and I mean, they don't look the greatest, but it's better than just leaving them raw and letting them rust. They rust anyway, but yeah, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'll probably end up heat wrapping most of this anyway, so you're not going to see it too much. But yeah, anyway, that is my job for today. So I'm going to get these off of this, get them bolted back onto the engine in there, and then we'll work on getting some wastegates put on this thing. And I say wastegates because I have two. For those of you that don't know, being a divided turbo and divided exhaust system, you have to keep the wastegate divided, or the wastegate entry I should say, divided to the wastegate flange, even if you're running one. So the easiest way to go about doing that is to just run two wastegates, one on each side of the division, and that way it keeps all the exhaust gases divided, doing what it needs to do going into the turbo. you just have two wastegates. So it's probably going to be a bit tricky packaging it down in this area. I would like to put them there because that's where the one was before. But ultimately I can put them anywhere along this crossover. Like I could put one here and then one here, which wouldn't be bad. There's plenty of room down there for them, and it might be an option. I might have to put one here and then one off the back here or something. I don't really know yet, and that's something I'm going to try and solve today. I'd like to try and see if I can package both of them in this area, so I'll look into that first. If not, I'll start working around the other options. Anyway, that's enough rambling from me. I gotta get this thing down, get these off, and then bolt it back onto the car. Dumbass me, forgot to turn the camera on. Whoopsie. Anyway, I've got this side header in, so for those of you that don't follow the live streams, you wouldn't know. For those legends that do follow me on my live streams, thank you very much, guys. You guys are awesome. But you guys will also know that I do have two of these, two GFB 44mm external gates, GFB EX44. These guys. So these are what's going to go on the car and control all of that S480 that I got there. So I reckon I can squeeze one here. Not really one there. This is the troublesome one. I have to be able to get this up to the turbo. I think I might do what I said I was going to do and stick them down here. So I can fit one there. That goes over there. And looks like I can fit one there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright, there we go. So it's not perfect, there's a bit of a lip in here, but realistically it doesn't need to be perfectly matched size to this pipe. This is 50mm pipe, and two 44mm wastegates on this is overkill. I don't really need that much wastegate, but it should work fine. I didn't really have any boost control issues, except for not really being able to get more boost into it. I don't know whether this is going to help or make that worse. So anyway, that's a problem for future me that I'll cross that bridge then. But now I can weld these on, I can get the flanges welded on as well. And same over here, and then I can get it coated in some high heat paint, get it ready to go back onto the car. Alright, well, there you have it, they're done. It marks the completion of this. You crossover at least anyway. I'm gonna let them cool down with the gates still on it. Then I'll take the gates off and die grind out any bits of shit in the pipes itself. And then yeah, I'll get them, next time you see it, I'll get them coated in a coat of black. I've got to trim down these studs and fit the other two studs, trim those down as well. And then yeah, I'll get it fitted to the car for the final time. We'll get the turbo back on it, drain and get all that stuff hooked up. And then I think next video I might try and mount the shifter in the car. I'm going to get the shifter mounted in the car, run the cable, make a little bracket for that, so I'll probably do that in the next video. I'm still waiting for rocker covers and spacers to come in. I'm hoping they will be here soon, and we can start buttoning up some other bits and pieces. I'll have to weld some AN fittings onto the rocker covers to go to the catch can. Probably take a little bit of finessing to get those to fit right. Hopefully I can get them to fit pretty easily, but I reckon they're going to be a bit of a pain in the ass to clear these rockers. These rockers are pretty beefy. That's a problem for future me. Get things like power steering hooked back up, and yeah, just start sort of buttoning up. I've got to get the intake back on. I do have to rewire the new coils. I've got a new set of Haltech coils there to wire in. I'll do that once I get the rocker covers fitted and get the intake manifold back on. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this crossover. Hopefully it will make some sort of a difference, whether it be positive or negative. I'm not too sure yet. Hopefully it'll be a positive result. At the end of the day, even if it just sounds a little bit cooler, I'll be happy with that. But hopefully it'll be a little bit more responsive for this thing. I don't know. Anyway, that's enough from me in this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. Please like and comment down below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget, unleash the boost CO2 the world, and I will see you then. Bye bye.